Hello, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. Um, if you haven't already heard, CJ So Cool got shot 4 times in a home invasion. When I first heard it, I couldn't believe it. I mean, he's one of my favorite YouTubers on here that I like to watch. Um, he's pretty big on here. He's got millions of subscribers. Um, he's one of the bigger YouTubers on here. He's one of the big ones. He's got millions and millions of subscribers. He's pretty well known. He's pretty well known. He lives in the Vegas area. He's pretty well known to the point to where when he goes places, he stops and signs autographs and takes pictures with people. And you done blew up. You're pretty famous if people kind of recognize you when you go out. So he's pretty big on here, and I watch him. I watch him pretty regularly. Um, I've done other videos on him. Um, but yeah, when I first heard it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, because he is actually the exact same age as my oldest son. Um, I couldn't believe it when I first heard it, and I just instantly started praying for him. And um, man, I'm just so glad that he's in the hospital right here. This video he's doing. Thank God. I mean, they just shot him in his legs, but thank God he's gonna be okay. Just thank God that he made it. It could have been a lot worse. It's just this is the crazy times we living in. Um, I know. I think I told him on a couple. I was just, it was in my spirit. I mean, it kind of freaks me out because it was in my spirit, kind of heavy that something like this is going to happen. But I was hoping and praying that it wouldn't. And I think I told him in a couple of his comment sections to be careful. I think I can't remember which video it was, but I remember telling him to be careful, and watch how he moving and everything, cause I don't know. It's just I just felt something in my spirit that um, I just when I get those kind of feelings, I don't like getting those kind of feelings. But I just started praying and hoping and praying that it wouldn't happen. And I remember telling him, but I did get something in my spirit about it, and I do remember telling him in a couple of his comment sections to be careful, to please be careful, because he's pretty big on here. He's a really big YouTuber, and he makes a lot of money, and he is this people be finding out where he stay. Where like when he moves, people be finding out where he stay. He just moved in this house that he's in now. He's probably gonna wind up moving again. Yeah, he just said on here he's gonna move again. And when you get to a certain level, he needs to have security. I hate to say that. He needs to hire. He's got the money. He's got the money. He needs to hire some security, or at least one person, um, that he can have to cover him, to to help protect his home and everything. I really really hate to say that, but they got security companies out there. But and he's got the money, he can do it. He might have to do that because when you get to a certain level, um, it's these YouTube streets is something else. When you get to that level of fame and stuff like that, you got to have some type of security. You got to have some type of security around you because you got a lot of crazy people out here, and everybody. Although he does have a large fan base, there's always gonna be some haters. There's always gonna be some haters, always, and that's the thing about being content creators. Even at my level, and I'm very, very, very small compared to him. But even at my level, I could have haters. And so we try to keep our information and everything under wraps as much as we can. But the reality of it is, and I remember watching The View, and Whoopi was talking about this on The View, and she said our information is just out there. And, there's nothing we can do about it, because if somebody really wants to find out something about you, they can find out. And that kind of freaks me out, but I don't let it freak me out to the point to where, I worry myself to death about it because I'm still really small on here. But when I look at Strong Mommy Chrissy and Jazz and they be looking up their addresses and it's really scary looking up their court documents and stuff like that. I mean that is when I be it just blows my mind how people can get access to all this information and doing all this doxing, and it just really really freaks me out, and that can happen to any one of us. It can happen to any one of us, and that's one of the things about being a YouTuber, being a content creator on here. When you get to a certain level, you're probably 9 times out of 10 gonna have some haters out here, and it's gonna be people. And the reality of it, like I said, our information is out here. Nothing is private anymore. And as much as we try to keep things private and everything like that as much as possible, people can still find out where you live or wherever like that. And so that is the scary part. But it's just we living in an information age, so um, you can find out anything on people. I've done people searches on people and stuff like that and found out addresses and stuff like that. So I mean, our information is just out there, and it's nothing that we can do about it. And so the best thing we can do is stay prayed up, protect ourselves, and stay prayed up, and that's all that we can do. And then he's at a very very high level here on YouTube. And when you get to that level, you're gonna have a lot of haters. You know, I'm sure he has a lot of haters and everything. And then he got a lot of people out here that's probably jealous. Um, and with things being so messed up in this economy, people, is desperate, and people they just doing some of anything. That's why I hate it when these prices and stuff be going up and everything, and everything gets so tight because that the crime rate starts going up, and then people start, killing people and doing horrible things, terrible things to people, to get money and materials and stuff. They just start doing horrific things, and you got a lot of sociopaths out here, psychopaths out here that just they don't have no conscience. They don't care. They have no respect for human life, and they have no conscience. You'd be surprised how many psychopaths we have walking amongst us. They have no conscience, and they do not care about human life. You know, and Satan, his time is short, so he's using anybody he can use. If he can use somebody, he gonna use them because his time is short. So it's just, especially being a content creator and being at his level, it's very, very risky. It's very risky. And I highly recommend that he gets security, increase his security and everything, because I know he got the money. And because I would if I was at that level. If I was at that, of course, I don't think I'll ever get to that level. I'm not trying to get to that level. But if I was at his level on YouTube, I would definitely have me some security. There is no doubt about it. There ain't no doubt about it. I would definitely have security because when you get to that level, you have to have security. And so I just thank God that this young man is all right. I thank God that he made it. It's not his time yet. Maybe God got some things for him to do yet that he wants him to do yet. Um, Thank God he's still here with us. And not just because he's on YouTube and, he's a famous YouTuber, but I just thank God that he's that he's here, that he's still here, because, I love him as a person. So I just really, really hope and pray that he just watches the way he moves. Maybe not be so flashy, kind of minimize that and get that security, because it's serious out here in these YouTube streets. It ain't no joke. When I be seeing these YouTubers going through this stuff, it's scary. It really is. It's scary. And you just gotta watch your back, and then we gotta stay prayed up. That's the number one thing, is we got to stay prayed up. We got to stay prayed up. And because, man, you got a lot of devils running around out here. And then the way times is, the economy and everything, it's 10 times worse. And we in our last days, and Satan is really turning up the heat. So we got to be careful. We got to be. We are really in some perilous times right now. We're really living in some perilous times. There's so much that's happening. We're losing so many people. The Bible talked about that. The Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. People will have no natural affection. And I'm seeing it more and more every day. Just when I thought that I didn't heard it all and seen it all, I hear something else horrific in the news. Children killing their parents, and parents, killing their kids, and, family members killing family members, people killing people over sandwiches and stuff like that, over little or nothing. It's like we're in an OK corral. That's what the Bible's talking about, that people will have no natural affection. People will lose that, and we're seeing evidence of it every day. We got to just pay attention. We got to pay attention to what's going on. And so if you don't believe in the Bible, you need to start believing in it, because a lot of things that's being prophesied in the Bible is coming to pass. You see evidence of it out here every single day. And that's why it's so important to make sure that we're spiritually ready, because we never know, tomorrow's not promised. We have to make sure that we're spiritually ready, accept Jesus and Jehovah into our lives, into our hearts, and really, really try to, do what's right and do the best that we can out here. And that's what we have to do, because, man, we are really living in some perilous times. I'm so happy and so glad that this young man, he's got a little long recovery ahead of him, because he got shot in the legs, and so he's got quite a recovery process that he's gonna have to endure. So I just thank God the young man is okay. I just teared up when I heard it. I couldn't believe it at first, and just hearing him talk about it is kind of making me tear up. So I'm just so sick and tired of this. I'm just so sick and tired of all this violence, and especially in the black community. I'm just over it. Black people, we got to stop this stuff. Black folks got to stop doing this stuff. Let me know in the comment section if you heard CJ Cool getting shot. I Googled it, and at first I didn't believe it, so I had to get on Google. And sure enough, Google confirmed it, and I was hoping that he would come on and confirm, and sure enough, he's on here confirming it. So he just got to be careful the way he move. From here on out, he just gonna have to be careful the way he move. So let me know in the comment section if you heard about that, him getting shot. What are your thoughts on it? If you're a content creator yourself, what kind of concerns do you have? I know I have concerns. But we just got to be careful how we move. Okay, stay safe. Love you guys, and you guys stay safe out here. Until the next video, peace and love.